It's not as easy as it looks. Hey, I didn't want to start. I was looking for excuses to take longer. Hi, guys. Welcome to the end. How are you? Are you doing well? I sure hope so. Good to see you. You guessed it. Today is the end of the Dreamathon. And boy, what a run, huh? Not so bad. We did pretty good, I think. I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to be positive. I need you to be happy. Okay? I need that from you because I am more emotional than you are. Okay? I don't want to be happy. I know you. You're not allowed to say that. Whoa, mama. Hey, Moo. Thanks for getting the door for us. Hey, welcome in. Thank you. Wow, you're so dramatic. You waited until I started so that you could do that to me. Well, it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna cry. Whatever. Moo merrily. Well, thank you, Moo. I'm literally trembling. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, guys. I have it prepared. I think we're in good shape. I got a lot to talk about. I actually took down notes. We're going to be doing something special today. It's not just the end of the Dreamathon. Of course, I wouldn't just end it by sitting here talking. I will end it standing here talking, actually. I'm not sitting at all. It's going to be a special one. But you're going to just have to forgive me in advance because I made the decision to go with my gut on how to do this. Now, going with my gut is how I got here, but, you know, whereas all of the Dreamathon was prepared, this was the one day that I let not be prepared. So that what you got was the version of me that has been through the whole experience with you, rather than some pre-rehearsed, recorded, and artificial version of what I imagine I would be like at this point. And that is what I'm going to try and do today. But you're just going to have to forgive me because I'm very sad. Happy, but sad. If you get what I'm saying. Before we start, I saw you guys being very generous before I even did anything. And I just wanted to say thank you. I think it's probably going to be a little hard for me to thank you guys this stream, because that's all I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be something. And I just don't want anybody to feel unsung. Just like that. Thank you, HK. Thanks, guys. I don't want anybody to feel unsung today. So what I'm going to ask is that you guys make sure to celebrate every single person today. Brian. Everyone. Who's Brian? Everyone. Including Brian, I guess. Do you guys hear the TTS? I think I'm going to have it a little bit lower today. It seemed like a good idea to have that low. Don't say mystery to that. Okay. I'm going to do a coordinated intro. Entirely coordinated, planned. Normally I don't say that out loud, but I just think that this is the time that I should say it out loud. Guys. Everybody. We did it. We did it. Not skydiving. This, which is my dream. I'm going to mute the TTS for right now, because I'd like to begin the show. This is my last formal apology. I have been spending this entire time trying to get my hands to stop shaking. I think we're at a good point. Here we go. Hey. If you're ready for the final episode of the Dreamathon, then I need you to unlock, and I need you to release, and don't say that, and I need you to explode. If you're ready to finish at the top of the mountain, then let me hear you say, "Show me the meat!" And then the meat's gonna stand in front of you and cry for like an hour. Pah! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the epic conclusion of the Dreamathon. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Today, we touch on everything we've done. We celebrate each other, and we talk about where we're headed next. You can see I've gathered some entertainment. I've got you your favorite seat. I wore your favorite jacket that you like. I think we're in a good shape, yeah? How are you? Man, can I be honest? I am, not sure what to say. Oh, and to just let you know, I'm wearing pants. I know the last time that I stood behind a desk like this, I did not have pants on. Everybody saw that. Today, there are no tricks. There are no funny twists. I will, in fact, be wearing pants today. How you guys doing? Feeling 14 today? Yeah, I know. I'm not. Okay. Let me just do this my way. So I have stood in front of you guys before. In fact, I've had a cardboard podium in the past. Sorry, this isn't the first time. And much like that time, I spent the whole time standing here feeling more like almost sad and overwhelmed than I was like, yeah, like ripping my shirt off. I'm not going to rip my shirt off. And I'm not going to do backflips and jump up and down. But the reality is when I did that before, I was standing here acknowledging that I was about to become a Twitch partner, which at the time felt like a big life-changing step forward. Turns out it was, because that step took me here. And so I am once again standing behind the old cardboard stallion to tell you how I'm feeling and tell you what you've done for me. I couldn't fit it all on one page, so I wrote it on 2 pages, and then I wrote at the very tippy top, "Are you even going to read this?" And I'm probably not. Why is this guy talking and not cooking? You know what? Good point, dude. Could you imagine if I, like, took down a green screen and just started cooking? Oh, man, that guy would freak. No, let me cook. I will. Today, I am going to be doing mostly thank yous. Do you guys want to hear something really stupid? I was about to start this by reading every single name in my subscriber list. And I, for some reason, thought that was like a good idea. I want you to really like quantify how ridiculous that would be as if I went live and I just sat here and I read 4,000 names. But that's the problem, and that's the thing that I've been kind of dealing with. That's actually been my struggle over the past, I would say, month. Ever since the first day of the Dreamathon, I've noticed that there's a problem. When you start to do something in this category, in this territory, you know, amassing a large number of people to work towards a singular goal, I've learned that that becomes an unquantifiable factor. You can't rationally recognize what it's like to have so many people at your back. Just like that, just like what just happened. You can't comprehend it. And I was genuinely considering finding some way to quantify how it feels. You know, reading every single name, maybe doing something for each individual person. You know, when you lose a loved one, there is an act of respect where you fold 1,000 origami cranes. I thought about doing 4,000 of those. But the funny thing is, I've been thinking about this since the very beginning, you know, and the reason why is because I very quickly realized that I was way off mark. You might remember on the first day, I showed you my list of objectives, some incentives, and they were almost entirely annihilated on that first day. I wasn't prepared for that. And so it changed the dynamic of how I wanted to say thank you. But I've been thinking about it, and it just, there's nothing. There's no thing a single person can do. Am I making sense at all? Like, I don't feel as if I'm indebted, but I almost feel as if I want to be, because I don't want anybody to feel like their actions are replaceable or forgotten or just a drop in a bucket. I don't like that. I think that's wrong, and I don't want to be that person. And so I still sit here and I look at my notes and I look at my ideas and I look at those notes and I think, what do I do? How do I tell people thank you? There isn't an answer, just so you know. At least not one that I figured out. I went with the advice that I'm sure my parents would have gone for, which is to just be yourself. I did that. You know? Doesn't necessarily feel like enough either, but here's what I've decided to do. I'm going to go down my list of thank yous and just tell you guys some stuff, and maybe we'll talk about some of the streams. And it's just going to be you and me. Does that sound good? Because it's always just been you and me. I mean, why change it now? Why act like now it should be something different than it has always been? You know what I mean? But it's not easy. to just say thank you. I couldn't even set up a cardboard podium without crying. Like hell am I going to be able to read a piece of paper without crying too? I don't know. I'll try and read something I wrote to keep me on the rails. It literally says, read this if you can't stay on the rails. I try and plan for every fight, buddy. It's not easy. Cry for us, big boy. Why do I keep reading your comments? That's the same guy that said I should be cooking. How did I read him twice? It's like the funniest chatter, and I found just that guy. That's sick. Go ahead and ban that guy for the rest of this stream. I can't do this. He's watching me. Brother just followed. Oh, he's fitting right in. Okay. That helped, actually. Thank you. That helped me come back down. Can I tell you something a little bit about myself that I think is weird? As if you guys haven't seen all the weird stuff already. About the beginning. Dude, you guys just banned one of my friends. That's so sad. Yeah. Listen, this is the weird thing about what you're looking at right now. I know that you've probably joined into this part of my life as somebody that's seen me already on the stage. Some of you have definitely been here before that. Some of you are literally my family, so you absolutely know me before that. But the idea of me standing on a stage and performing for as many people as I can get to listen to me is kind of its own punchline. If you don't know, I spent the majority of my life just trying to be as quiet as possible. This is not a lie. This is the truth. I would intentionally mute myself outside of very carefully chosen and occasionally troubling quips and insults and punchlines and one-liners. I didn't like to talk. I liked to be quiet because I have lived in a shadow of myself. I've lived in fear of the world, and I have always been afraid to express myself. I still am. Somehow. Still am. You might be too. Maybe you understand what I'm saying. There's a good chance that in this past month of following my dream, I have spoken out loud more times than the first 2 years combined of my high school education. What could have possibly have changed in me that made me want to do this? It's not written down, by the way. That's not on here. I'm not going to find the answer on this page. I can't name the domino that fell over that knocked me in this direction. It doesn't exist. It just happened one day, I guess. And like, I look back at the beginning of my channel. I look back at the beginning of streaming. Man, I cannot focus when that guy's name is Cooch Fanholder. And he's like crying. Like, do you understand what it's like to be the president of clowns standing in front of a circus? And then you've got a bunch of clowns in front of you. And when they want to cry, they squeeze on their tie and tears shoot out of their eyeballs. Do you get why that's hard? That's probably why I'm here. Because it's awesome. It's funny. And it's really rewarding. But it's also very much like not me. I'm telling you, if I had the opportunity to go back and talk to myself as a kid, I wouldn't do it. Because I don't want anything to change where I am today. If you gave me the chance to go back in time, I wouldn't take it. I don't know what got me here. I don't know how it happened. I don't want it to change. I am perfectly where I want to be. But it's equally scary. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to keep it up. You know, that's a real fear, right? But besides all that, besides being just sitting here like, oh my God, I'm so sad, I'm so happy, I'm so sad, I'm so happy. You know, instead of doing that, I just want to kind of do some thank yous. I also made something for you guys. I don't know if you're going to be too into it, but I went back and I grabbed moments from the whole month. It's not a cake, sorry. Went back and I grabbed moments from the whole month. Made you a little video. We'll watch it here in a little bit. I think you'll like it. Feel pretty good about it. Should be good. I just want to let you know now, because I don't want to, like, you know, like I see this scenario where it's like, okay, now I should tell them about the video, and I'm standing here like, and then I click to go to the video, and people are like, oh, he just ended the stream. You know what I mean? I don't want that, so I had to tell you that early. That's an early thing to share. All right. This is the official part. The other part was just me trying to stay in. Sorry, bud. That was just me trying to stay in line. Okay. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. It's hard. I don't want to ignore that. I don't want to ignore this. It's hard. This is the beginning. I know that, and you know that. But it's very scary to stand at the end of my first major footprint. It's scary, all right? It's very scary. Not easy. It's not funny. It's weird. We've spent the past month together, and I had a lot of wonderful friends supporting me. I had a lot of positive advice come my direction. And the one thing I heard of everything else is that I'm probably going to burn out and I need to take breaks. Way wrong. First of all, I think on my second week, I literally cried because I didn't get to stream on a Tuesday. That's how much I love it. I was never burnt out. I am still not burnt out. I am very upset that this is the end of the Dreamathon. I am very sad about that. I'm not sad for the reason why it's the end, but I'm sad because it is actually possible that it can end. But this is the beginning. This is the start, right? This marks the official beginning of my commitment to you, to myself, to this. You know, and I say it like it's some big thing, like I'm going to go to space or like I'm going to save the planet. I'm just a clown. This is my clown costume. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily the most serious thing, but, you know, it's easy to look at everybody through a window. It's easy to look at everything like it's some sort of portrait and you're looking at the one singular dimension of that thing. It's very easy to do. The reality is I'm a person that has lived a very anxious and depressed life, and now I am not. That's so crazy. That is a magnitude of weight. The reality is that while I am just a person on the screen doing my little moves, you are also a person on the screen. It's just the thing that I see is a name. But I have been so lucky to have the opportunity to meet you guys, get to know you, understand you, know what makes you laugh, meet you in real life, get a hug from the people that watch. I've been given the opportunity to understand what makes us so similar. Me, Gongaga. Yes, you, Gongaga. Gongugu. I know that if you're looking at this right now, that I'm looking at you, we're looking at each other, and And that's pretty freaking sweet, right? I'm just so fucking stupid. There's just no way, man. I love you guys so much. It's so stupid. It's stupid. There is nothing that has motivated me more in my life than seeing you guys type OM or LOL or LMAO. There's nothing. It's text on a screen. I could probably write a program to do that for me. There's literally nothing better than that. That is like drugs. It's so dumb. I'm tired of crying on my stream, man. I'm so over this feeling of just like endless gratitude and happiness. Sick of it. I'm so thankful. If I may, I'd like to go down my list of thank yous in order. This is not the order of importance. This is the order that they were written down when I was writing them down. Number one, I think I need you guys to say thank you to every one of these people too, if you don't mind. Number one, I'd like to thank my family. I think it's silly to not thank your family. But I understand that I have a very rare relationship with my parents, my family. More than my parents. There are more of my family members watching right now. Like, I don't think you guys understand. My parents watched me try this. They watched me stream Satisfactory to 6 people. They watched me just talk to nobody. Back when I didn't have anybody. I always had them. And now they are venerated, they're loved, and they're shown support by the same community that they helped raise. Just like they did for me. I am nothing without them. So I put them first on my list. However, they have foolishly contributed to the Dreamathon goals, of which I am deeply upset, as my goal in life is to achieve some sort of stability that I can provide my parents a nice, happy roll credit screen. That's what I would like. So, as I've said it many times, Mom, Dad, you're banned from giving me any subs. And fuck you, Dad, for making me cry at every single moment. Next, I want to thank my friends who could easily be lumped into the same category as my family. I tried to do this in a way that would be elaborate and intellectual and Dad, I just said no. Whatever. I tried to be cool about this. I tried to break down the friends groups in an effort to like acknowledge everybody. There's just no way. My life hinges on my friends. You know, I've been through some rough times. We've all been through some rough times, right? And my friends have somehow managed to be a part of a lot of those things. They've been on my side the whole time. I think I'm probably the luckiest person on the planet. I know that I am. Because I have friends like I do. I've got people who would fight for me. Who would try for me and who I love. And you know the worst part is that I have so many of those people that I don't want to name anybody because I don't want anybody to feel left out because I love them all so much. That sucks, man. I have so many good friends. What a stupid thing to say. This is here to stop me from crying. You think it's water? It's actually ketchup. It'll ground you real fast. I've always had a knack for making people laugh after I make them cry. Sorry. I have the greatest friends in the world. I don't want to name any names. Like I said, I don't want anybody to feel left out. Because I know what it's like to feel left out, and it fucking sucks real bad. So, I've done this. I've labeled them new friends and old friends. I'm sure you can kind of guess who's who. When I started the Dreamathon, God, what a stupid thing to be doing this. Thanks, everybody, for watching me play with my Minecraft penis on a television screen. Like, what am I doing? Crying over this? What are you doing? Get it together, man. I'm telling you, it's true. It's so weird. It's like, I'm telling you, the president of clowns is speaking right now. And it's just weird. When I started the Dreamathon, I had a really big fear. And I don't know if this is a normal fear because I don't imagine a lot of people understand this perspective. But my biggest fear was that I was going to become isolated. My fear is that I would start doing this with so much of my time committed to you guys that my friends would feel like they're being not necessarily forgotten, but they're not getting the same connection that they used to have. You know, the opportunity to hang out is something that we now get to do on stream because I want you guys to feel included too. It makes your friendships feel transactional, and that's a scary feeling. And I actually really hate the idea of that. But I wanted to find a way to continue to include my friends. Well, fortunately for me, I was wrong. Completely wrong, in fact. I didn't lose an inch. Everybody was on my side the whole time. They supported me the entire time. They never backed down. They showed me that they will always be on my side. Something that I foolishly thought was in the air or possibly in any way could be lost. It's not possible, but I felt that way, right? And then the craziest thing that could have happened, in my opinion, I somehow managed to make new friends during this. I found new people. And these people are just, they're so full of love. May I excuse myself to blow my nose? Unfortunately, the box of tissues is right there, so I'm gonna have to do something really awkward. I'll keep it with me so that we don't have to do that again. Don't call me Booger Boy. Anyway. I've somehow managed to get through the Dreamathon, not in an unfortunate way. I've somehow managed to gain friends. I've managed to make new friends. Something that I believe is the ultimate pursuit of happiness. Making new friends, finding new connections, connecting with people that you care about is my pursuit in life. That is the number one goal. That is the whole thing. That is my everything. Finding people to love is the point of living. That's my point of living. That's my ninja way. That's the thing. The fact that this, in my mind, this selfish pursuit of happiness, the Dreamathon for what it is, the fact that it has resulted in more people in my life that I can love, that is awesome. That's not something that I'm like, wow, I'm so lucky. Are you kidding me? It's so funny to look at the person I was at the beginning of the whole month versus the person now. I can't say that it's felt like a month, but it also has felt weird. I don't know. Have you noticed how it's felt like both a month and a week at the same time? Does anybody else feel that way? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? It's this bizarre back and forth feeling of like, oh, you know, we have spent all of these days together, but also, where'd the time go? If you were to look back at me at the beginning, I guarantee you I am a different person. I've changed. In such a short period of time, I've changed. Which is awesome. Changed for the better. I've never been this happy in my life. That's true. And I knew that that would happen. But man, it's a scary thing. This happiness that I feel, it is just as scary, if not scarier, than the beginning. Allow me to tell you something that I believe is unbelievable. One of the worst fallacies of life, one of the most terrifying concepts. Can I tell you about the thing that I've learned to fear the most? At the beginning, before the Dreamathon, my fear was that I would never accomplish what I wanted. I would never stand in front of a crowd of people, make them laugh, make them cry, make them happy. To move the world emotionally. That's all I've ever wanted. My fear was that that would never happen. And I thought by pursuing that, by committing myself to that dream, I thought that fear would go away. And I was wrong. It's a different fear now. It's changed. It's good to have fears, but this one is an unfortunate reality. And I think a lot of people are about to understand what I'm about to say. The reality of obtaining your dreams is just as scary as never achieving them at all. Glad this dorky music just played right at that time. Like I said, president of clowns. What I'm saying, you don't understand. It's very scary to think you'll never find your place in the world. It is somehow just as scary when you achieve finding that place, because then you will live in fear that you will lose it. Craziest thing is that I even get a choice at all. Well, I guess I should thank the people that I think this song belongs to. I would now like to move on to thanking my team. You know my team, they're in the chat. My mods, my friends, the people that kind of keep the circus tent tethered to the ground. My gang, you know, the people that got my back. Not only do I tend to drop a lot of tasks on them literally the day of, I ask for things that I don't know how to solve. I ask them to do it because I don't know how, and I think that their minds are worth celebrating. And I want them to be seen, and I want them to experience a part of the magic. Now, here's my biggest problem, and I've talked about this with them. I love my stupid mods, just like this dumb guy, this dumb bald guy. I love them so much, but I also hate something about them. I hate how much I need them now. Dude, I can't do this without my team. I can't do it without my team at all. Like, you gotta have them. And, everybody's just laughing. He's bald! Yeah, he's bald. Trust me. I hate that one of the worst parts about having a team that you need so much is that you have to ruin something for them. I like to think that the stream has magic to it. I like to think that there is a very cool feeling about walking in the door and not knowing what you're going to get. That's what I'm going for. That's intentional. That's not an accident, buddy. That's entirely on purpose. My biggest regret picking up a team that I care about so much is that I know that they don't get to experience the magic like you do, because they generally know what's going on. So sometimes I won't tell them what's up. I don't tell them the idea for the stream. Sometimes I'm vague, intentionally so they get to live a little bit of the magic. So I just want to say thanks to my team, because I sincerely know that while I don't imagine I trouble you guys too much, because you're very clearly welcome, or you welcome me very clearly, and I know that you guys respect and appreciate me. You make sure to show me. I just want to say thanks for, you know, being there. You guys are a part of the show. I am not the same person without my team. My mods are the most important part of keeping it all together. They are absolutely a part of my support structure, absolutely a part of my mental health. They are my friends just as well as they are my team. But I think that if you don't acknowledge the value of the people supporting you, you don't deserve to be supported. Please make sure to say thank you to them, because I promise you, we need them. I would also like to thank my cat, Momo. Some of you know Momo, my daughter. It's my baby girl. Hey, what else is there to say, right? That's my cat, right? That's my girl. You know, it's funny. The thing about Momo is the reason I'm thanking her specifically. See, well, she's there for when I'm unsure if a joke is gonna land. I usually tell it to her first because I know that she's not gonna laugh, so I'm emotionally prepared for when you don't. Yes, I wrote that down like a cheap punchline for a comedian at a bar. There were layers to that joke. But it's actually completely true. My cat has kept me on the rails. Most nights after stream, I just carry around Momo. Oh, this is so unnecessary. Sometimes after stream, I'll just carry around Momo and sing her little songs and just hug her around the house. Because I love my cat. What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Okay. I feel pretty good about the notes. Covered a lot of the stuff I wanted to say. I would like to do what I do every stream, and I'd like to give you guys the choice. I have a lot more to say. Reasonable amount, at least. But you remember that little thing I made for you? If you're interested, we could check that out now. Or I could save it to the end. What do you guys think? All right. I'm going to recompose myself here. But I'm going to put on a little video for you guys that I made. It's just a little thing. Hope you like it. I'll be watching it with you, by the way. You might hear me talk. You never know. Go. Today is the day. Today is the day of the day. What day? Today. I quit my job. I quit my job. It's gone. It's gone. There's nothing else to say. I am doing this now. Full time. I don't know why I did that. Don't ever clip that. I don't ever want to see that again. Am I bleeding? Blue? Why is it blue? Is the cat tree for you? Do I look like a cat? It's dark enough. I can't. Okay, chat. You know what happens when we go darker? Do you want to see? Do you guys want to see what happens when we go darker? I'll show you. Like, oh! Die? What? What was that? Yep, that's what we're gonna do. our time together is only beginning. If you had fun for any the Dreamathon, then you will enjoy every day what is to come. I will never lose this spark that I feel making you laugh and cry and then laugh again as I say a shitty punchline. That's all I've ever wanted. It's all I'm ever going to want. As long as you guys enjoy it, that's all I'm ever going to do. The last person that I would like to thank on my list is you. It's such a small word, but it represents everything that I've ever wanted in life. It represents all of the most beautiful people. It represents all of the beauty in the world, the sound of laughter and joy. It represents you. And while I, again, may be president of clowns, honking my horn and telling dumb jokes, swinging my bottle dong, while that may be true, it is all for you. You have done for me what I think no human has ever received before. You have assured me that I have hope. And you have reminded me that I have worth. You have absolutely changed my life. And I know that that sounds pretty intense. But it's true. So from me to you, some small words with some big feelings. Thank you. And I love you. And that, my friends, end the Dreamathon. I will be doing many of these things that you've seen this past month. I will be bringing back many of the streams. But it's going to be a few days before I'm back, maybe a week. But when I'm back, I do want to say, I have it written. I intend to stream nearly daily, just as I have for the Dreamathon. For I love it. I love it. And I'm going to do it as much as I possibly can until somebody stops me. Until I am pulled off of this show. Until something forces me to stop. I love it more than I've loved anything. Except for Momo. I really love Momo. But like really close second. Gotta be right there. Like if it was you and Momo in front of a bus, I would see if I could get you second. But if I can't, you know, that's how I feel. But I would think about it a little in the moment, probably. So I intend to give you guys my best. Did you have fun? If you did, which I have a feeling the answer is probably yes. If you did, can I ask for something kind of selfish? It's okay if you don't want to. But can I ask, can you slow down just a little bit? Just for right now, just for today, just for a moment. And just be happy having fun. I do this because the world is dark It's cold. It's unfriendly, and it's unforgiving. We are constantly alone. We are constantly isolated, and we are constantly under pressure. And it's not getting easier. Yet maybe, if we all remember that, this space, we can share in the feeling of loving each other and having fun. Forget everything on the outside. It's all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever lived for. You can do that, then my job is done. You're not alone. Just look around. And remember, today was pretty awesome. Tomorrow could be better. I love you guys. Good night.